Hello, it's Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. This is another Twitter manager, follower manager, DM manager company. They've evidently been around for a long time because a couple years ago I used an account with them to test out. It looks like it was still in. They're called tweetspinner.com, and I'm not real fond of the interface. You can see here it's it's something lacking to be desired. It could use some work, but it's very feature rich, which and has some things that I haven't really seen anyplace else. So let's go through it here. Tweetspinner.com. It has a free version that you can take and use. We'll get into that here in a second. You can see here there's some different things you can do here. Let's start out with the follower manager. Now with the follower manager, you can basically go in and edit filters. And the one thing that's really interesting with this tweet spinner, that even though the interface looks a little weird, that I'm kind of impressed with it, is it has a lot of filter-rich mechanisms or metrics to it where you can go in and you can really kind of dial in maybe the type of follower that you want to have following you or you want to be following, etc., etc. So, on one hand, you know, I don't let looks fool you, I guess. Much like looking at my picture. So we have the follower manager where you can create different sophisticated filters, people that you're interested in following, etc., etc. You can go ahead and create those. You can add purge and prune filters, no follow lists, edit immunity lists, basically a white list of people that you wouldn't block out. So you can go pretty deep here. It's kind of interesting. They actually have things where you can go in and you can, if someone's like you identify as a spammer, or maybe there's some people that don't like porn people following them, you could use this in your pruning. It shows here some of the data, of course, on my Chris Voss show, or my Chris Voss account, I should say, and where I can set prune settings. It does run 24 hours a day, I'm told, and so whatever you do in here, you can take and it will automatically run for you whatever you program it to do. So there is that wonderful feature of automation. Keyword followings, where you can target keywords of people that you want to follow, and I guess it will go in and find those folks. Mimic following. This is very interesting that I've never seen before. Find filtered people who others follow but you don't. Reciprocity tracks return follows. So another deeper way that you can go into following people. Very interesting stuff here. Like I say, the interface is not pretty in any way, shape, or form, but I haven't seen anything with these sort of filters that are designed for this. This is something else I've never seen before. This is a profile rotator. And near as I can understand, what this does is it rotates your profile images, colors, and it even will rotate your bio. And I don't know why you'd want to do that, but maybe freshen things up or something. I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed as to why you would use that, but some people have reasons. So that's kind of interesting that it has that feature. Smart tweets. Here you can add and schedule tweets here from what I understand. You can basically program these in and they'll go ahead and put them in to your tweet stream, and from what I understand it runs, like I said, 24 hours a day. Here's some more of their interesting stuff that they have. The DM inbox, archiving and anti-spam. You can archive some of your messages that are older. You can also set up rules to de-spam your DM box. Now, I imagine what happens is when you create these rules, you can probably delete them when you hit the de-spam now button. And it says it will remove up to 200 spam direct messages. So this will go in and clean up your DM box from spam that might be in there. Very interesting stuff on the filters here. Like I said, I've never seen this with anyone else so far. DM outbox, rules-based messages. This is another one that I'm kind of impressed by. This is basically a thing where you can create rules that trigger based upon what you want to send out to folks. We're getting ahead of ourselves here, it looks like. So we don't have this turned on yet. Basically, I guess you'll get different DM responses to people based upon what their incoming messages are. Very interesting stuff here. I'm pretty impressed with the these measurements and filters they've created. Now, I am using the basic account for this review. Let's take a look at some of the other features they have if you upgrade to Pro. Looks like the Pro ends up being some different features a month, and et cetera, et cetera. But they've got several different things beyond the basic package. You've got the Mimic, which we were talking about earlier, pruning spammers, which you can identify stale or uninteresting Twitter users who you might currently be following. Pro users, I guess, that pay more have all their schedules execute faster, more frequently, whatever that means. Rules-based DM, we talked about that. Customizing all the filters that you're using on the follow filters. So a lot of the stuff that we talked about may not be available with the free basic version. Location filters, so you can target locations, most likely zip codes and geo-targeting. Smart immunization, this creates immunity lists, basically white lists for people that you don't want to have, kicked out of your thing. Import blocked users. Basically, you can create a block list so that I guess TweetSpinner won't try and keep adding those people. View users purged and then added through TweetSpinner, so you can take a look at what TweetSpinner is added to your Twitter stream. Schedule automatic finding of new follower and unfollow candidates you can get with the Pro version. Despam and archiving of your DM and custom app tweeting. So this is pretty interesting. There's a lot of great filters to it, and I'm pretty impressed so far with what they have available. God, I wish I had a better template the way it looks, but I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. So be sure to check it out. It's called tweetspinner.com. That's tweetspinner.com. There'll be a link below this video on the chrisvossshow.com. Be sure to check back to our news several times a day. Thanks for coming by.